Are you listening to me? Good. There is this adage or figure of speech in the Igbo land. When you're having issues with someone, you know you're superior to this person, but the person is still, proving stubborn and all that. You say, means it is actually because of one thing or the other. I would have dealt with you, but because of this thing or that, or because of this person, I will just let go. And you still see the person doing you know that if you jam this person, you will crush him or her. But I let go because of this or this. Even in your stubbornness, you can go. This is what's happening in the life of many people, and the opposite is what's happening in your family, particularly in your life. There are lots of great people out there that you will liken the situation of their life to this. That they get what they get, enjoy the position, not because they merit it, not because they worked hard for it. You call it grace. What is grace? The ability to do things that we know that normally, according to the human capacity, it is impossible to achieve. And you move across that situation smoothly. You see some movie makers amongst many. Every single movie they drop becomes a hit. But that started at some point in their lives. And you see some other ones, they've actually lost the glory. And it started at some point. You might be one of those children that has the good promise on them, or the bad promise coming to pass in their lives. Are you getting my point? Don't envy anybody, because you don't know who walked the way before them. Don't. So keep calm and let's walk through your consultation, because I'm going to teach with this one also. Are you with me? Good. Now listen. In the line of duty, it's obvious that you people have missed the mark in that family because of ignorance. When it comes to spiritual matters, you people are strong. I'm trying to use a simple language, but in this generation, you people left it. Not even one person is saying, okay, let me handle this offer, the mantle of authority, the scepter of leadership. It is usually handed over from generation to generation. It depends on the calling on somebody. They might want to just go and create their own system. It is spiritual, and it's an office. That's what we call Akajiofo. I'll still do a teaching about that. Somebody handled it in that generation, handed to the next generation, handed to the next generation. Even at some point in the generation of your grandfathers, you people had 3 or 4 dibias, herbalists, this. And all of a sudden in this generation, nobody. And just like we are seeing, it is not a bad thing to be a native doctor, but don't be the dark guy. Don't be that sorcerer that kills people, that's, that's not what we are talking about. I've thought about this before, so I only want to repeat words. Bringing it into this generation where we are now, a lot of you don't understand it. In that your family, my dear, listen, civilization didn't come to abolish tradition. Just like Jesus said, I didn't come to abolish the laws of the Father, I came to make it more honorable. So a new law I give to you today, love your neighbor as yourself. But people are looking at it as if civilization is actually abolishing tradition, abolishing the law, lifestyle, standards of living and all that. No. But my dear, listen. It is in your place as a human being that when you see that some spirits are now seeking attention from people, worship from humans and all that, it is within your power to get into the place of authority and speak into the atmosphere. Hello? Based on sacrifice, gain authority and create a new covenant for yourself and the lineage after you, that these modern day spirits that have been unleashed into earth, that have been given to mankind to help them, that you want to be a part of that system. When they say all things are passed away, there's something they mean. Listen, eziokwu na ndị gboo nwere ife mana ọ narọla ife ndị gboo nwere na ife ndị kịta nwere. They can't contend. No. And ọ narọkwa n'ihe the future nwere for the people of now with ihe ndị kịta nwere. The two of them can't be compared. You can't compare the old with the recent, and you will not compare the future with the recent. Things grow gradually. Systems are wiped out. I don't know if you get it. Let me give you an example. During those days when we were young, we haven't seen phones before, but you know, this system of children creating one or two play toys and all that. You get a tin of milk, they pass a rope through and into the other side. One will hold this side and the other one will hold on the other side, and they will say, Papa, are you hearing me? These children never saw phones, but they were actually tapping into a frequency in the realms of the supernatural. You are talking with me now. Is there any connection? So it has been somewhere looking for a way to come into this place. And it came through somebody. Somebody downloaded that information from that channel and put it to work. In these recent times, phones now have makes. Somebody is producing Apple, Samsung, Infinix, Techno, Lenovo, etc. Name them. But somebody invented phones, and these people, they connected under the umbrella of that person, and they are producing other things, other mix. Still in lines with communication, the spirit of communication. Are you listening to me? In your family now, spirituality, medicines, herbs, spiritual works and all that. You see, in every generation, there must be somebody that should carry it. If not, it will be very, very heavy on the next generation. Let's say your father refused the mantle of authority, the scepter of leadership in that family and all that, and he didn't take it up in his own time. You see, this is your generation. The next thing it begins to do, strips you of everything, because nobody wants us to lose their own. Nobody wants to lose their own position and portions. Because these spirits, you may not understand, but you are denying them of the crowns and stars and positions they are supposed to get when you begin to use those things to affect humanity. It is in this our world that we don't know what it entails. We don't know the losses and gains in these things because they are spiritual, and spiritual things are designed in such a way. Thank you. Now listen, the way your grandfathers did it is not the same way your great-grandfathers did it. Times change, seasons come and go. In this your own time, you are not supposed to do it in the same way. That is if you understand spiritual things. But if nobody wants to do it, what the people need to do is not to keep all those spirits moving around. You create a new covenant with divinity based on sacrifice. Somebody that understands spiritual work will do what they have to do, which I don't have to explain that because I told you I'll be doing a teaching with this your video. So they will do what they do and make sure that those spirits that are operational in that family will evaporate, to tell them that they are not needed. The ones that are needed should stay. The ones that are not needed should go. Now, where would they go? Into the outer darkness. That is the place made for spirits that are waiting to be reformed and sent back into earth, because spirits also go into reformation. Yes, they go through reformation and they are sent again into earth. He created the spirits, sent them here, and they are made flesh. But you don't just bring a spirit from 1980, send it back here just like that. No. You reform the spirit and send it. And you see that person coming into this place, carrying an old soul, bringing up things that are in the supernatural, way beyond ages. to the knowledge of men. So nobody wants to do it in your family now. It's not a problem. Find a way to evaporate those spirits. Send them away. But that everything you people are working for and getting, they keep sharing it. Everybody. Till a point where you have no stamina anymore in the realms of the human. Of course, you know the spiritual controls the physical. But have you thought deep about it? Are you listening? So creating a new covenant is very important. And when you have done that, talking to God direct, the Father of all spirits and God of all flesh, that this flesh is talking to you based on what is happening in the spiritual realm of this family. That the spirits we have here can no longer carry us in these recent times. What they have is old. There are new things now, new developments. There are spirits that speak English. They are not in our foundation. All they know is Nzu, Oji, Edo, Amanyoko, and all that. That's what they know. But in this generation, English-speaking spirits are here. And English helps the whole world to what? Communicate. It is a modern-day spirit that have come into existence. We need that spirit that can communicate. Let them come into the park of the spiritual here. So that it will not be when the spirit that wants to bring in dollar, and they bring dollar to bless you people, and they bring it to the spirits of your foundation, the spirits of your foundation will tell them no, that they don't know this thing, that what they know is cowries. Without them receiving those things, you will not get it, and they take your blessings back. The same way you have uneducated and unenlightened people everywhere. That's how you see those kind of spirits too, unenlightened, unreformed, following a lot of people in their daily lives. Somebody in this generation still dressing like someone in the 80s. No style, no nothing. I'm not saying you should open your body, expose your body and all that, but dress like someone who is living in 2025, because if God doesn't want those transformation and those spirits, he won't let those spirits be here. We have gone so miles away and we are still missing our steps in this journey. You jump one, you will still come back. Are you listening to me? There are spirits that are supposed to go with you into anywhere and you will not be rejected. That when you enter a place, the spirit you come in with and the spirit of that place can communicate and understand each other. Don't you know they sign deals in the realms of the supernatural before they sign it physically? These things are highly spiritual, but the part we know is the part of the humans. But then, to assess these realms we're talking about, you can't neglect the old ways of God's relationship with man before religion came in here. That is the burnt offering, sacrifice, and spiritual works that even Abraham did, Isaac, Jacob, all of them, even Jesus did. Going into the depths of the earth, into the depths of creation, to twist things, to change things, liaise with spirits and speak with them. Because people may not understand it. When I talk about the element space and talk about all these things, it is strange to them. Everything that is existing here came from the water. So if there's anybody that is scared of the water, should better get out from here. Get out from the earth now. Let's see. Water and earth work together. Air and fire work together. But in this case now, this is like from earth to the air through fire and water. You may not understand that formation. The problem is that we don't know how things began, and that's why we don't know where we are now, and we don't understand where we are, so how can we look into the future? This is what has held a lot of families down. You see mighty men, they are not even exercising their authorities. They don't enter into places of power, authority and all that. The place where they are supposed to function, because their offices are lacking in this recent times, spiritually and physically. You see this sky of development, it is too big and all the stars can shine. No one can actually cover each other. No one can mask each other. And your spiritual space are seeing that you are here doing nothing, not achieving anything, And they're telling you this is what you need to do, see what you need to do to evaporate these spirits so that we can actually have enough space to do what we have to do for you. Ijo, they say that is against your faith. Don't worry, continue. You will learn the hard way. Anyway, I don't want to make this long. Let's delve into your own solutions about the matter. But I just want to teach with this because my own role of prophecy in this generation is to open up deep things